Hello, Steve Kendall, Security Pacific Real Estate, Richmond, California. Today, I would like to talk about the Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20 rule or the law of the vital few. Ever heard of it? Basically means in some areas of your life, 80% of your results are generated from 20% of your efforts. It also means in other areas of your life, 80% of your efforts generate 20% of your results. The Pareto Principle was discovered by Vilfredo Pareto, an Italian economist who, back in 1906, noticed that 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the population. He also observed that 20% of his pea pods in his garden produced 80% of the best peas. This principle demonstrates very clearly that the small numbers are critical and tend to produce the biggest effects on all areas of life. Once you understand this principle, you can immediately apply it to create a better life with very little effort. The following are some examples. 20% of the planet produces 80% of the food. In sales, 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customer base. In customer service, 80% of the complaints come from 20% of your customers. The top 20% of the NBA basketball players are responsible for 80% of their team's success. 80% of car accidents are caused by 20% of the young drivers. In your relationship, you'll probably get about 80% of your wants and needs met, while the remaining 20% you're going to need to provide for yourself. 20% of society buys 80% of the lottery tickets. In real estate, 20% of realtors produce 80% of the sales. At home, 20% of your carpet gets 80% of the wear. At home, I have a stack of recipes, but I generally use about 20% of them to make over 80% of my meals. And you'll wear 20% of your clothes about 80% of the time. Actually, the ratio is not always 80-20. Sometimes it's 90-10, 95-5, or other combinations. And they don't always add up to 100 either. Following are a couple of examples. Studies have revealed that 5% of Americans are responsible for up to 50% of the US healthcare expenses. Another study showed that the top 10% of alcohol drinkers are responsible for more than 50% of all alcohol consumed in the US in any given year. Why is this important? Once you understand that 80% of your outcomes come from 20% of your efforts, and vice versa, the importance of prioritizing becomes very clear. Here are some questions for you to consider. Number one, what are the 20% of your possessions that you get the most value from? Number two, who are the 20% of people who are close to you who make you the happiest? Number three, what 20% of your clothes do you wear 80% of the time? Number four, what's the 20% of food you eat 80% of the time? Number five, at work, what tasks do you spend 80% of your time doing that brings in 20% of your returns? And number six, what is the 20% of your work activity that brings you 80% of your income or credit and recognition from your team or your boss? Number seven, what are the 20% of behaviors you do that cause 80% of the problems in your relationship? And then finally, what are the 20% of your actions that cause 80% of the best moments with your partner? Take some time to recognize what behaviors and activities bring you the most rewarding results. Then focus on doing those 20% activities. By making simple adjustments like this, you will put out less effort and you will see profound results. It'll certainly be worth it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.